as we continue to follow the situation south of the border as well as its effects right here in Canada and in our communities. I'm joined now by Annissa and Beth. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Hi.
All right, so you've organized a peaceful protest right here in Cornwall. Maybe we could start with the background and why you decided to organize this event.
Well, really, it just started like I wasn't planning on organizing an event. I doubt she was. I saw that there was an event being held in Ottawa, and I wanted to go, but I'm a mom, and I can't just leave my child and go 2 hours away. So I decided that we should probably start one here.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm not a mom, but I wasn't able to go to Ottawa either on Friday. I work, so I think it's better to start in a smaller community. We'll avoid riots. We want it to be super peaceful, and there is still racism in Cornwall. I guess a lot of people don't realize that because you're not a visible minority. But us as visible minorities, we've lived here our whole lives and we've experienced racism, and we're trying to put anti-Black racism on the map, really.
All right, and I think that's an important point to note, and maybe you can share some of your experience, whatever you feel comfortable sharing in terms of what you've seen in our community in terms of that, because it's a conversation that we, of course, need to have.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, I can't speak for her, but I can speak for myself that I dealt with it mainly in school, all the way from elementary school, middle school, high school. Physically being assaulted, verbally being assaulted. I used to have rocks thrown at me on the bus whenever I was in elementary. I actually dropped out of high school because of a lot of bullying I was dealing with because of my skin. I had a lot of racial slurs. I had teachers treat me differently. I had principals treat me differently. It was just a horrible experience. And no matter what I did to try to stop it, no one really wanted to stick up for me. So I had to leave.
Wow,
Well,
I'm very sorry to hear that. So yes, Beth, please continue if you want to go from here.
so basically, my experience with racism in our town, I've played competitive soccer my whole life. I've been discriminated by the referees, by other teammates. I've been told to go back to my country. I've been told that my last name, because my last name is Mohammed, it doesn't suit my Black background. There's so much racism I've been through. Elementary school, I was told that the reason why I'm Black is because my mom pooped me out in the toilet. I was also told that oh, there's so much. I'm not even gonna. Some of it's so vulgar. I'm not gonna say it. But I've experienced racism my whole life. It's something that needs to be changed. We should all work together, and we all bleed red. There's no reason for us to be treated this way, and I think that this protest is gonna help everybody come together. So
Absolutely, and as you just alluded to, it's not something that anybody deserves to go through. Everybody deserves respect, and we know that there are a lot of people that in Cornwall that do want to take part in this. A lot of them I saw on social media wanted to take part in Ottawa, as you said, and maybe couldn't make it up. So for the people that want to do better, that want to be allies, what would your advice be to them? What can we do for our visible minorities to help start changing this type of thing?
If you are a person with white skin, use your white privilege. Use it properly. If you see someone being treated incorrectly because of their race, do something. Whether it's just being a barrier between that person and the other person, do whatever you can. Use your privilege in the proper way.
I agree, 100%. Not just that. Honestly, I think it's best if you get along. Like, if you have a Black neighbor or a neighbor with a visible minority, become their friend. Try and learn how they live and why, like, what they go through on a daily basis. Because honestly, if you start by doing that, you'll realize that we're the same. There's no difference between us other than our skin color. And becoming friends with a visible minority, you'll realize that really quick.
Absolutely, and of course, if people do want to support this, they can attend the protest on Saturday. So why don't you give me the details of that? And of course, there's a lot of safety measures in place as well to ensure that it's not only safe for everybody in terms of COVID-19, but also in terms of the atmosphere.
Yeah, we're gonna be gathering at for the city hall. and basically just doing one giant circle, and we'll end back at City Hall. Wear proper shoes, wear proper clothes for the weather. If you can find one, wear a mask. We're gonna have hand sanitizer set up as much as we can. It's kind of hard to find right now. We do have some people donating masks, but there obviously won't be enough for everyone. So, just try to stay safe, try to stay 6 feet apart if you can. It's going to be hard if a lot of people show up. I understand that. Just do the best you can.
To add to that, we also have a social distancing group. We have a team that we set up specifically for social distancing. So we will be making sure that you are social distancing. If we notice that you're too close together, you're not from the same address, we have a few members of our volunteers that will be making sure you separate, that you're wearing your masks. You're not sharing food, you're not sharing drinks. We want to keep you as safe as possible. We also have officers that'll be walking with us or riding with us on their bikes. We have the mayor of Cornwall that'll be with us. The chief of the police will be with us. We also have Dr. Paul, who is sending us information on how to properly social distance at a protest. So we've done a lot of work on keeping our community safe and our protesters safe.
Absolutely, and it's absolutely amazing to hear all the work that's been put in such a short amount of time, because I know that that you didn't have a lot of time to plan this. And just on a final note, because you did mention that the mayor will be marching, as well as some police officers, including the chief, and we know there's been a great response on social media. So I just want to ask you finally what that means to you to have received that amount of support so far.
I mean, it means the world to us, honestly. Yeah. We have so many volunteers, so much support in the city. I'm actually super proud of Cornwall. I didn't think that within one night of us posting it, the amount of love and support we've received, it's just overwhelming. And I couldn't be happier, honestly.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's only been 3 days since this idea even started, and we already have over 700 people responded to the event on Facebook saying that they want to come, which is amazing. I never thought that would happen when I posted it. I thought maybe 50 people if you were lucky, but over 700, that's crazy.
It's absolutely amazing. And on that note, ladies, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for putting this on and for all the hard work you're putting in to make sure that it happens. Not only that it does happen, but that it happens in a safe manner for everybody. And of course, thank you for sharing your stories. And it's the uncomfortable conversations that we have to have in order to make the change that we do need to see to ensure that we do see justice and equality for everybody. So thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.